Hello, everyone. My name is Jonah Wiley. Today, I'll be presenting intervention strategies for adults with substance use disorders. This infographic was designed as a resource for colleagues in our agency. It highlights what group practice is, key intervention strategies, common group dynamics, potential challenges, and how social workers can effectively respond. We're going to walk through every section and talk about each one. So let's talk about what is group practice. Group practice is a structured therapeutic setting led by trained facilitators, in this case, a social worker. It provides a safe space for support, skill building, and accountability. For adults and recovery, is especially important because it helps reduce isolation and allows members to learn from shared experiences, which can be very powerful and healing. Let's see the intervention strategies that we would use. I included 5 different strategies that's useful in substance use recovery groups: cognitive behavioral therapy, which is CBT. It helps clients recognize and change unhelpful thought patterns. Motivational interviewing builds internal motivation for change rather than imposing it. Psychoeducation, which provides education on relapse prevention and coping skills. Music and expressive therapies, which allows creative ways to process emotions when words may be difficult. And peer support and role play. It gives members a chance to practice recovery scenarios in a safe space. Next one, well, first off, these interventions not only help build individual skills, but also strengthens the group as a whole. Now, moving on to group dynamics. Every group um every group has a dynamics. And it's important that facilitators to participate them. Um, in recovery groups, we may see cohesion and support, which is positive, but also silence and withdrawal if anyone feels uncomfortable. Sometimes power struggles arise too, where one member tries to dominate the discussion or subgroups form. Which can exclude others. The facilitator's role is to recognize these dynamics early and guide the group back to balance. Now, the issues that may arise. There are 3 main issues that I've highlighted that are specifically common when it comes to recovery groups, excuse me, and that is relapse disclosure when a member admits to using again, conflict between members, which is when tension or disagreements disrupt the group, and emotional triggers wherein conversations cause someone to shut down or become overwhelmed. These issues are normal but need to be handled very carefully. And then social worker responses. As social workers, our responses are crucial. With lapse disclosure, we normalize it as part of recovery, provide support, and encourage accountability. For conflict, we calmly meditate, reestablish group norms, and promote respect. When triggers arise, we validate emotions and use grounding techniques and follow up individually when needed. By doing this, we keep the group safe, supportive, and focused on growth. Um, and I didn't put the quote on here that I needed to put on here, but I wanted to highlight a quote that was supposed to be in the infographic, which is recovery happens together, not alone. That is the core of group practice. It's about creating a community where members feel understood, supported, empowered, and to keep moving forward. Let's see if we go back up. Um, when it comes to this infographic and explaining how it would help social workers in my agency, um, it provides a visual overview of how group work can support adults with substance use disorders. It begins by, defining group practice as structured therapeutic approach that provides support, accountability, and healing through each shared experiences. Our I explained the intervention strategies that we use, which is CBT, motivational interviewing, psychoeducation, music and expressive therapies, and peer support and role play. Um, When identifying the microaggressions that can arise and how to address them in recovery groups, microaggressions may include like stigma, like they're just saying like once an addict, always an addict, or minimizing the trauma, such as others had it worse, which is kind of bad. Cultural and identity-based insensitivity is also that as well. As facilitators, we need to address these micro aggressions in the moment to calmly reframing, educating the group, and reinforcing respect. This maintains safety and dignity for every member. Um, when it comes to explaining how the concept of justice within a group session was addressed, justice in the context means ensuring fair treatment and equal opportunity. Every member deserves the chance to speak, be heard, and feel respected. The facilitator ensures balance by preventing dominance from one member, drawing in quieter voices, and reinforcing inclusion. Justice is upheld when the group space is safe, ethical, and respectful. Uh, the group dynamics and how group leaders should handle them. Group dynamics often include cohesion and mutual support, but also challenges such as silence, dominance, and subgrouping. Um, how would I address these problems? I listed the three problems that may arise in the infographic. Um, how I would address it, I would respond with relapse disclosure. I would respond with support and normalize the experience and encourage accountability. With conflict between members, I mediate calmly and reinforce respectful communication between each other. With emotional triggers, I will validate the members' feelings using grounding techniques and check in individually afterwards after the session. Um, when it comes to describing what ethical decision making framework I would use and why, I would use the NASW ethical decision making model. It includes identifying the ethical dilemma, applying the NA NASW code of ethics, can consider different options and consequences, and choosing the most ethical course of action. This model ensures that social workers handle complex group situations in a way that protects clients and respects their dignity and maintains professional accountability. Um, to conclude, this infographic and group framework show how group practice builds recovery, resilience, mutual accountability. Recovery is not a celerity process. Uh, Recovery happens together, not alone. So thank you for listening, and hope you enjoyed the presentation. And again, thank you guys.